Hey guys, how you doing? Actually, I just want to show you guys here for hole number this will be hole 2 for Pro Division. I hope you guys yeah, as you can see here, we're gonna use a Titan ball. This is extra mile 6. I'm going to use 4 backspin, full side spin, and adjust the yellow ring, adjust just for a tiny bit to the right, basically almost at the center of the fairway. And since I have 6.3 of wind, of tailwind, full curl, and don't really have to overpower, and then let it go, and you will see where we're gonna end up, right on the fairway here. So this hole, guys, is really important that we always be careful in a way how much wind we're gonna get, because sometimes it varies. You see, or you saw that I did or that I had 6.3. Look my opponent now, he has 5.8 of tailwind. Now with that type of tailwind, since it's less than 6 or 6.3, my suggestion will be to do like around, maybe like around 3.5. I will go with 3.5. So like that, I don't really have to overpower. If I do just a slide, but very slight, as you can see here, he didn't use any a slide overpower or anything like that. And what happens? Because the wind was 5.8, see, it didn't have much, so he ended up on the bunker. That's why I put this shot here too, so you guys could see and be careful with that. So depending how much wind you get, that's how much backspin you have to use. So we got our eagle here. So hopefully next time, guys, or hopefully yourself, you will get it yourselves. And yeah, and we go from there. As for our opponent here, I fast forward there, and as you can see, he did it himself. So this was hole 2. Now hole 4. With hole 4, this is the Pro Division with extra mile level 6, guys. As you're gonna see now, it's still loading. Okay, you're gonna see it right now. Okay, I'm gonna use a berserker, and I have 8 miles an hour tailwind here. So what I suggest is full top, 3 side spins to the right. As my adjustments, you see here that the yellow ring touching barely the fairway, but I just gonna adjust a little more, getting closer right at the edge of the rough, the yellow ring. And then don't overpower, don't curl, don't anything, just let it go. And you're gonna see the reason I end up on the left is because as you saw there, I did a slight curl. You don't need that. And besides, I didn't do 3 side spins too. As for our opponent here, he's as you're gonna see that he's using a pudding ball here. But what I want to show you, the reason I live in this is because I just want to show you the way of not doing this shot. Look, he has an extra mile 8 in Pro Division, but it's fine. And besides, he was gonna do overpower, and look at that, he did good. Not even great, nothing, good. And where he ended up? On the bunker. So that's one way. Please don't do that. But if you have a berserker in your bag and you have an extra mile 6, extra mile 7, you could be on the green with no problem, with full top, full side spin to the right, adjust for wind, basically, as you saw there what I did, and we got the eagle here too. So I hope you guys do get an eagle here. I hope in this way I can help you guys a little bit, and you manage to get an eagle in this hole every time when it's possible. If you have a berserker, that's the way I feel like it's much easier. You don't have to overpower or anything like that, because like in my case, you know, sometimes it's really hard to to hit perfect, so I prefer not to overpower if I have the chance of not doing so. So all right, this was hole 4. Now I'm gonna show you guys also. So there's our eagle. I will show you guys also, this is hole 5. The reason I'm showing this is because you're gonna see 2 different approaches. Okay, as for me, I'll use a katana, full side spin to the left, to top, and aim like right there. As you see that almost just a slide of the, like almost half of the blue ring on the rough there, and then adjust for wind with 10%, guys. This is 10% extra. Please do it. Full side spin. I don't have much with extra mile 6, but it's important to hit it perfect or even great, but on the left, not on the right. So, and still you're gonna be good. And we landed like in a, I think in a really good spot. And I'm using my sniper for this one too. Now you're gonna see here how my opponent is gonna use. He's gonna use a quasar ball. The reason I'm showing you this is because he's gonna play differently. I don't know why he tried to do something like that, but he did. And because probably he knows that even though that you're gonna end up on the, on the rough, he knows that he can make it probably with, he can reach with his Nirvana from there. In my case, I like to play a little bit more safe, so I have like 6.2 of wind. So what I did was 5 side spin to the right, and at the end, as you're gonna see how I'm gonna adjust, I did 1 backspin at the end. I wasn't planning to do any, but at the end, at the last moment, I decided to use 1, just so I can have more control of the ball and use a slide over power there. And you're gonna see here a slide curl. Even though we end up hitting it great, it's no problem with that. And we make it on the green, which is our goal in this hole 5. Because in albatross, I don't know if I'm gonna see much, because this is a really tough hole. But anyhow, try to guarantee a at least a eagle here. Actually, my opponent here, as you're gonna see, I don't know why he decided not to go. And actually he ended up doing a good shot, actually, because if you by any chance you think you're not going to be making it to the green, I think the better option is to do where he did and then use your wedge. But remember, even if you're going to use your wedge here, it's really important that you find out if your club is going to be mid or max distance, and then adjust your wind with 10% extra, guys. I left this one because you're gonna see the way my opponent did. I don't know why he decided to use some sort of top spinning. There's no need for that, especially when you don't have like a really steady on the green. You know, you don't have like a really steady shot there. You have to look for a really good spot there. You don't really need to use some top spin or anything like that. And also, he just aiming like that and not adjusting. For me, I would prefer to use even a little bit of backspin instead of topspin in this hole and just aim at the center and then adjust my wind, and that would have done perfectly fine. Why do I say that? Because I done it and it works perfect. So either way, guys, both ways will work if you do the right adjustments. All right. Okay, guys, now that was hole 5. Now we are into hole 7. Hole 7, this is the hole that I'm a little bit scared every time that I play it. Why? Just because I'm gonna play right at the middle there, or the right, on the right fairway there, and with a Titan, what I use is I'm gonna use one backspin and full side spin to the right, and then adjust 10% extra. It's really important that you use 10% extra, and also try to hit perfect, guys, because it's really dangerous of not hitting perfect in this hole, because we might pay the price. In my case, I end up hitting it perfect, and the reason, guys, I use one backspin is because I want to be in a mid-range with my Goliath. That was the only purpose of this hole, using one backspin, because it will get me exactly mid distance, and with my long iron. This is another approach. You see my opponent is using, I think it's a Quasar ball, and you see he didn't adjust anything. He just let it go and hit it great, and end up doing really good shot, even though it was great and everything. So see, different ways. In my case, I always like to adjust, because I would like to know where the ball is going to land. All right, here, guys, as you're gonna see now, finding where I'm at, that's max. So I'm right at mid distance, and look at your red ring, guys, touching the edge of the rough. That's where you want to be, and aim right at the center of the hole. I think I use like 2 backspin, and you have to really be careful there. You see, right almost touching the edge of the rough, and 10% extra with extra mile 6, I think is 3 rings, and I hit it perfect. And look what we have. Bone hole and eagle here. So basically, so nice. So that's how we do this one. Really nice one, and I hope you guys can do it yourselves. My opponent is using a backbone. Either way you feel comfortable with. I always feel comfortable with the Goliath, and that's what I'm using. The thing is that you have to use just the perfect adjustment if you want to get an eagle here. So remember, 10% extra, guys. I use 10% with my driver, and 10% also with my long iron. So okay, guys, that was hole number 7. All right, so I hope you guys have a wonderful opening run.